Hey Chuck, it's Friday. It's October 5th. Let's get started. I was thinking how often people actually sit down and play board games anymore. But I know with technology and video games and games on our computers, our phones, I wonder how often people do it. I remember we would sit down and play board games as a family or just as siblings at least once a week. The most common games that we played were Trivia Pursuit, Monopoly, Sorry was a fun one. The way we would say it was so sarcastic as we would just put the other person's last piece back where it started. And then we would have other games like Jenga, Risk. Risk, it took me a long time to learn. That was mostly a game you and Tim played, and I would always be interested in playing, but it took me a while to learn the rules, and I know it frustrated you and Tim to try and teach me because I always interrupted with questions. Checkers, chess, I didn't really play those as often. In fact, we played board games so often that Mom had a whole kitchen cabinet dedicated to board games. Half of which we wouldn't even really play, but we had them if we wanted to. We'd also play card games like Back Alley, Uno, War. I found a lot of people don't know what War is. A few people know what the game is when you describe it to them, but they call it something different. That was one of my favorite games because it was one that you had any chance of winning, and I was good at it, so of course I liked it. The other game I want to go back to that I already mentioned was Monopoly. I remember one specific game. It might have been the last time we actually played together. It was you, me, and Raquel. You probably recall it too. You were winning. In fact, you and Raquel had most of the properties that it got to the point in the game where I felt safe in jail. And anytime I had to leave, I felt just the hope slipping from me every time. I would try to go to jail because it was the only place I was safe from losing any of my money, as I had so little of it left. As I now am starting my own life with my own family, I really do want to bring back having a game night. At the moment, though, Tobias is not old enough yet to really have the concentration to sit down and play a board game, but as soon as he is, I definitely want to start that as a possible tradition, because those are probably some of my happiest memories. Even if some of it was filled with frustration and anger. By the end of it, it was always a good time. And as I am a very nostalgic person, I love to relive some of those moments, even if not exact. Chuck, I'll see you in the next video.